After all the pretty effing scary stuff that happened to me in the last Fortnite game I played, aka the video, The Cursed Medallion, I decided that I no longer wanted to play singles. So I booted back into the Fortnite app and decided to try something with more players, like duos, which is 2, trios, 3. I felt a sense of longingly comfort when 2 random players joined my lobby, if that's what you want to call it. It was 2 players, since I played trios, which is 3 players, and I would be the 3rd. Judging by the skins, it looked like we had a 2 boys, 1 girl situation. The other boy's skin was taller than my default, and it sort of looked like a skin of a positive role model that I wish I had in my life, like an older brother figure of sorts. He had sort of an older brother look about him, what with his caring eyebrows, big confidence, and a clear empathy for people who had lower levels than he did. The girl he was with? Well, don't get me started on her. Hubbity, what? I said when I saw her skin. She was decked out in probably the coolest thing a Fortnite girl could wear. That being a freaking booty shorts and crop top one-piece swimsuit with a naughty word spread across her rear end buttocks. That word, it said this: many will enter, few will win. Holy effing crap. Obviously, a girl that played Fortnite would clearly be cool, but this one was on a whole another level. Where did she even get a skin that was so risque? While we were readying up, it seemed like our bodies were having fun in the game, judging by the fact of our dancing and showing emotes. As more fuel to the big brother fire, the other guy's skin did an emo where he tossed a football with his younger sibling, then went over to comfort him when he fell on his knee. The girl did sort of a different emote, where she danced to a song called Gangnam Style. Sigh. I sighed. I wonder if she's the one. What happened next was where things started to get scary, and that's because it seemed like I lost control of my Fortnite avatar. On its own, my PlayStation must have opened up the emotes menu, and I saw one that I have never seen before. The icon was of a silhouette of a Fortnite guy in the position of, well, a effed up bad guy. The back was hunched and the hands were outstretched, palms open as if to squeeze to... Oh no, no, I said with a gulp at each time. My PlayStation just randomly selected that one, and my Fortnite avatar, thankfully only the avatar, not my body in real life, assumed that hunched over creepy walk. I watched with terrifying, scary excitement as my avatar did a hunched over walk to the girl, looked around, then felt her freaking rear end. Oh bleep, I swore. I am so getting grounded for that. The girl's skin must have felt uncomfortable because she left the lobby, leaving me and the older brother's skin alone as the battle bus left the runway and took us over the land of Fortnite. Then, the voice chat capability opened up in commencement. Hey, what up? I asked him. Where you want to drop? He responded. Phew. Maybe he didn't notice me feeling up his friend's risk A butt. I was going to suggest dropping over snooty steps, but that's when I noticed that, yet again, this was not going to be a normal Fortnite game, because the names were again just freaking scary and messed up stuff. Wait, my brother's squad mate said. Maybe let's drop over this new location. CIA, Geneva Convention Torture Interrogation Steps. Well, that sounds like a plan. Except I don't have anything to confess, I said. I wanted to make the older boy laugh, because maybe then he would accept me as one of his own. Like when he had friends over and was with them and I was there. At least if we were even related, like that would happen, obviously. Not in the Fortnite game, where we were just normal squad mates. Haha, he said, you're good. We dropped out of building, and immediately I was a little put off by seeing some of the NPC bosses in the area. Yep, looks like they're waterboarding each other. Have you ever seen the NPCs do that? I asked my squad mate. No, I think it's a new update mode, he said. Oh, brother, I said, hoping he would laugh. I mostly followed him because it seemed like he just knew his way around and had a general more level of expertise in the game and life. He was level 17 after all, and I was a merely level 14. Just thinking of the stuff he probably knew that I didn't, like what it's like to go to high school and stuff, just made me want to tinkle a little bit from some excitement and scariness. Eventually, we got to one of those big pot vending machines. Hey kid, he said, want a big pot? No, don't worry about it. I'm buying. I watched with amazement and bonding with him as he pulled out his Fortnite V-Bucks wallet and bought a round of big pots on the house. His avatar handed me one and he said, "Yep, I wish I knew you in real life. We could totally crack one of these open and sit on the roof while we talk about life, girls, and our parents." I cracked open a shield and took a gulp, feeling my Fortnite body strengthen its resolve as the blue liquid coursed through my veins and ligaments, strengthening my willpower and loosening my prohibitions. I felt like this was what it was like. Like in the movies when you saw two guys cracking open a beer drink and taking in a sip. Is this what having a boy felt like? My avatar clinked his shield potion to the squad mates. This is what Fortnite is all about. A nice cold shield and good company. Amen to that, brother, he said, taking a sip and leaving a blue squirt smear on his upper lip, which he licked tandemoniously. You know, he lightly punched my shoulder. It's bad luck to not take a sip after cheersing. Oh, well, I have nothing to hide, I said, taking a sip. The world was spinning a little bit because of the subtext that shield potion in Fortnite is drunk alcohol. I wanted to lean my avatar on my squad mate's shoulder when suddenly an enemy team seemed to drop on us, judging by the gunshots and a little bit of shield cracking. The hair on my body stood up like the Pledge of Allegiance and I readied into action, but then watched with stars in my eyes and butterflies in my tummy as my squad mate basically effed their whole crap up with his striker AR and jumping and dodging. I'm so cracked, yep, he said. His dodging bounces looked like a little jig that sort of resembled an Irish dance of a leprechaun. Once the enemy team was downed, he said, "It's nice having someone to protect." I was going to say, I agree, and ask him, "Wanna hold hands in a platonic brother way?" when he continued his sentence, which was not done before. "That's why I'm so grossed out by what you did to my friend back in the lobby." Oh, nutballs. So he did notice that. I replayed the feeling of those juicy cheeks in my hand, glad it happened, even if it really wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything to her. It was a damn accident where my PlayStation invented a whole new emote and did it on her. His avatar skinhead turned and looked at me with cold eyes. "What makes you think that's ever okay to do?" he said. Then he turned his gun on me and shot a shot. I normally wouldn't worry about this because of the rules of friendly fire, making it so that fire shot by a friendly force, or in this case, like a brotherly one that I would wish was a relationship I had in real life with an older male role model of sorts like a brother, wouldn't hurt. But my shield cracked a little bit. "Why did you do that to her?" he said again, his voice sounding raspier like a Batman beating the balls out of the Joker. I swear, it was a freaking mistake that I didn't even have control over." His avatar grabbed the collar of mine and shoved me against the vending machine. "You don't ever touch her again. You hear me?" he said. I thought about saying yes, but that would mean admitting to something I didn't even do at all. "I didn't even do it at all," I said. "She told me everything," he said. "Well, she lied probably," I said back. Suddenly, he produced what looked like a new item that he must have looted from one of the chests in this new area, and right at that moment I realized there was a storm warning, sort of like real life when there is thunder and lightning and they tell you not to play golf. But this item was produced and it looked like a whip towel that had been wetted, possibly by a bodily fluid such as blood or urine, and he whipped my avatar with it while yelling and screaming, "Admit it! Admit it!" My avatar cried and flailed, as much as that is embarrassing to say, and it even had an accident in the dark spot of his pants. My avatar curled up into a ball and was crying, begging not to tell anyone. The storm closed just to where the squad mate was in it, but I was safe. Even though safe is a relative term in this aspect because I was still getting whipped by the new Fortnite wet towel item, the sort that would be found in a high school football locker room where they probably did this to the freshmen. My squad mate took a ton of damage from the storm but still whipped me and stuff. Eventually, he must have died and returned to the lobby when he decided that it was worth it to die to punish me for no freaking reason. I lay there crying, but got up and finished the Fortnite game. I did okay and got 34th place, which is okay for me because I don't really play Fortnite and I usually hang out with my friends and play basketball outside or something. I couldn't believe my squad mate was actually a bad person. He crapping lured me in and made me think we were friends, and then he whipped me like a dang cream. And I couldn't believe it, but didn't want to tell anyone.